Hey guys, welcome to this week's edition of Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. Hope you guys had a fantastic holiday and Thanksgiving celebration with your family if you were able to get together. I know we had a kind of a small group, but hey, we didn't stop the eating nonetheless, and I think I gained probably a couple of pounds, but glad to be back in the saddle here and wanted to catch up and tell you what our plans are this week. We are going to take the body off the 66 Nova. We've come up with a pretty good plan of how we're going to do this, so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to get all the rivets out of the body, and then we are going to put the car on skates on the floor. At least this is the plan anyway. Then we're going to take the lift arms. We're going to put the arms above the body, raise the body up. We're going to roll the chassis out of the way. Then we'll bring a trailer in, and we'll put the body on the trailer. Then once we do that, we'll get the chassis back in place, and then we will start doing the fabrication. We got a lot of work to do. The first thing we're going to do is go ahead and try to put the motor in the car so we can figure out the exhaust. I got one bar in the cage I think we may have to move, but we'll kind of dummy the motor in there and just see what we're going to have. So hey, stay tuned and we'll get started working on this thing and see what kind of trouble we get into. So stay tuned. Okay, welcome back YouTube. We are ready to pull the body off, we think. We have cut all the straps off the body. It's in it, but we're going to try to get it lifted off here with no issues if our plan goes right. Had to remove a lot of the interior where it was also tied into the outside body here and around. Of course, you had rivets in the roof and in the back, but should be able to get it off without any problem, I hope. If our plan works, and then we'll roll the chassis out of the way. Then we'll actually put the body on a trailer. It's got kind of a couple different steps we got to take here, but let's see if we can get this thing off the ground and see what happens. And Buddy guarantees it's going to work, right, Buddy? I guarantee. He said he guarantees it. All right, so he says, or he'll give me all the money back.
Not guaranteed it'll come off there.
Okay. All right, so hang with us and we'll see if we can get this thing off and see what happens. So we'll be right back with you. Welcome back YouTube, and would you believe after all the planning and just great execution of that plan, our camera shut off and we did not get the removal of the body off of the chassis. But hey, we'll move on. But there it is. You can see the body is off. I appreciate my son Ryan Humphrey and of course Buddy Parks, and Johnny Vault was over here doing some work, and we were able to take the four of us and lift it off and carry it out here by hand. We were originally going to put it on a trailer. We ended up just doing it by hand. So it was heavy being a steel body. But we'll go in here now and we will look at the chassis and we'll start doing the work on it. We're going to go ahead and get the rest of the interior out of it. And then we're going to go ahead and put the motor in it and try to start playing with the exhaust. So I was telling you about that one bar in the roll cage I think we may have to look at. But we got Ryan and them, they're working on the late model over here. So we got a lot of activity going on here. But you can see we've got the chassis up on the lift, and we're going to go ahead and get some of the rest of the interior out of it. And Buddy's working on that now. And then we'll go ahead and start getting plans, try to set the motor in here and start looking at this bar. The bar I'm worried about is this bar right here. I think that may be an issue as it goes in here. So I think it may be a problem. So we're trying to look at getting it to where we can possibly move it, but that won't be an issue if we have to. But we'll get back with you here in just a second, and we will see what we have, and we'll be right back with you. Hang in there. Well, you can see we got the Nova outside getting it washed up, and Ryan's washing his new late model. He just picked up this week and getting it cleaned up so we can start trying to build a body on it. So we're going to have a lot of activity going on here in the shop, trying to do bodies on 3 different cars. So we will get this thing cleaned up and get it back in the shop, and then we may try to stick a motor in it here in a couple hours. So hang in there, we'll be right back with you. Welcome back, YouTube. As you can see, we got an awful lot of work done today. I appreciate all the help from John Teal. That's John back here, and y'all know Buddy Parks. Y'all met him earlier. So we was able to get the 602 in here. 602 that's got steel heads in it. But the original headers I thought that we would use were for like a 9-to-1 motor, and they were a different port pattern than what these headers here were. So luckily, Buddy had these off a car that he had, and we've had them upstairs. That's why you learn to never throw anything away, because you may never know when you might need it. But we was able to get these headers in here. We had to trim the firewall back here and also here to make room. So that's no problem. We'll box it in back with steel. We'll shape it. The big thing today is get the motor and transmission just dummied in here so we can see if the headers and all is going to work. And I think it's going to work. Do you agree?
I think we got a lot done today and found out we do have a set of headers that we kept upstairs. So
again, never throw anything away, okay? but I appreciate you guys watching, and we're going to keep on working some tomorrow, but this is probably going to be it for this week's video. But I tell you what, on next week's video, I think we could probably hang a little bit of suspension possibly and just try to dummy some stuff up. So I'll give you a little teaser maybe what to expect. But Lord, what a day. Got the body off of it. That was a job. And we got 4 sore backs from carrying that out. But getting the motor set in here, it's been a very productive day. But appreciate you guys watching this week's episode of Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. Hope you will continue to tell your friends about the show. And also, if you will, hit that subscribe button. Remember, that's free. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. It just lets you know whenever we introduce a new video. So we hope you'll do that and tell your friends. And it's going to get real interesting now. We are finally working on the car after me telling you it was going to do it after a couple of weeks. So you guys have a fantastic week, and we will talk to you next week on Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. See you later.